Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. All right, you guys, I have a brand new fragrance that just landed in my collection and I really enjoy this and I wanted to share it with you guys. So it is Wildly Me Florence by Millls. So if you don't know, that is Millie Bobby Brown, the actress. This is her beauty line, and this is the first fragrance that she's come out with. And the one reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is, one, it's pretty affordable, $55 at Ulta. And also, I think this is a crowd pleaser. I think this is a really easy wear, and it surprised me. It kind of exceeded my expectations. So if you want to hear my thoughts about this fragrance, here's some of the notes, what I get out of this, who I think this is for. Keep on watching. All right, you guys, I'm gonna start out just by spraying it on and showing you the bottle. So it is a frosted glass. I do have a little bit of a difficult time taking off the cap. It could just be this one that's tight. I've had other fragrances come in, you know, that in the same house that the caps are easy to pull off, and then one particular one may be difficult. So I don't know that it'll be that way for everyone. I do like that the little spritzer is this lavender color, really pretty. And then you have the purple flower here, indicative of some of the purple flowers that are in this fragrance. So I'm just gonna spray on. It's a very evenly soft spray. And that way it's fresh on my mind when I'm talking about it. All right, so let me tell you the notes in here. I'm just gonna look down so I don't forget anything. Top notes are bergamot, pink pepper, Peru, clary sage. Middle notes, purple iris, blooming wisteria, violet flowers, and lavender. And then the base is sandalwood, upcycled cedarwood, cypriol, and amorous. Now, what does that all mean? Well, basically, this is a woody, aromatic, kind of herbaceous, a little bit peppery, spicy, floral fragrance, basically. And I really enjoy this. Now, think about this, okay, you guys. Millie Bobby Brown just turned 20 years old. Let's all let that sink in for a second. She's been on our screens for several years. If you watch Stranger Things, you are very familiar. I've heard recently she doesn't really like being associated with that character anymore. 11, that's the character. I love the show. I love 11, but I guess, you know, she seems like an old soul at 20 years old. She has her own beauty line. She's starring in a major film coming out called Damsel, which looks really good, by the way. And I could see that she just wants to not get pigeonholed as 11, as that role. Like, she's Millie Bobby Brown, she's not 11, so I understand that. But what's crazy to me is her fragrance coming out at 20 years old. I kind of expected it to be a very young, sweet, bubblegummy, like, I don't know, not ultra sophisticated. I thought it might be pretty, but I thought, oh, this is probably gonna be for, you know, more teenager, college girls, but I wanted to give it a shot. I had seen some other reviews saying like, oh, this surprised me. And so I was like, you know what? I've got some gift cards for Ulta. I'm just gonna grab it. And I'm so glad that I did, because you guys, this is not a typical 20-year-old, 18-year-old girl fragrance. This is kind of perfect for all ages. I think it's actually a little more sophisticated and grown up for a teenager, unless they have kind of a more nuanced fragrance palette. Otherwise, I'd say this is definitely for any grown woman. It is beautiful. Now, I happen to really like purple flower notes. I really like iris and violet. Violet is kind of mimics the scent of iris. So if you're familiar with that, it has a powderiness to it, but if it's blended well, it doesn't have to smell like baby powder. This does not feel or smell very powdery to me. It's a little bit more like soft and green smelling floral, but with some woodiness in it. It also has like some pepperiness from that pink pepper, but then also we have that herbaceous cypriol that is very earthy, woody, and then you also have the amorous, which brings in a little bit of ginger, like a little bit of that sort of spice, if you will. And then you also have the sandalwood. It's pretty smooth. It's very rounded. And then we also have the clary sage, which gives it a little bit of that aromatic feel to it. I'm really, really stunned at how sophisticated this is. And wear time, I'm getting about 4 to 6 hours on the skin and a good like 6 to 8 if I give a generous spray to my clothing. I also think this is a perfect daytime fragrance, a really lovely spring into summer. I don't know that I feel it as much for summer, but you can definitely get away with that in the summertime. But I think because you do have some of that like woodiness to it, it feels just a little bit more appropriate for some like, not cold weather, but like, you know, there's like a cool spring breeze coming in, but it's sunny, the flowers are blooming. I think this could even go somewhat into nighttime, but it's definitely more daytime for me, but it's kind of just one of those perfect all day wears. And I think a lot of people would really, really enjoy this. If you are looking for something woody and with like a little something to it, like a little bit of punch with like a ginger, a little bit of pink pepper spice to it. And if you do like a purple floral, if you are not a fan of, say, gourmand, you don't want sweet, you just want something bright, soft, girly with like a little bit of an edginess of woodiness, I think this is perfect. And at $55 for the 1.7 fluid ounce, I think that is really fair. I also keep in mind that, you know, Ulta always has those $10 off coupons. They don't always work with fragrance, but right now I know currently they have one that goes through the 3rd of March, I believe. So you could use that on this, brings it down to 45. If you have points, you can get even more off. And I mean, I basically got this for free because I had points, I had a coupon, and then I also had a gift card. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy about this. I'm very surprised as well. I would say out of all of the younger celebrities that have fragrances, this is the most wearable for women in like their 30s and 40s, but it's not so mature that a young girl wouldn't like it either. So I do highly recommend this. I think it was a really great blind buy for me. You guys let me know if you might pick this up at your Ulta, or at least go in and give it a sniff, give it a little wear test. I think the dry down is where the magic really happens with this as well. And I thank you so much for watching. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.